Okay, so good evening, everyone, and today is the day two of this dashboard series, and we are going to start from where we left yesterday. So I'll just do a small, quick recap of what we did yesterday. So we actually looked into the data, and we had added some columns also. Like there was no check-in date, so we added the check-in date column. We added the days of stay column, okay, and then we created a table wherein we were identifying what all columns we will need for the analysis for creating the dashboard. So we grouped them into two categories. One is measures, and the other one is dimensions. So just to recall, anything that can be measured or anything that has some value, some number, that will be categorized as measures, and something which will become the basis which you will analyze things, that will become a dimension. Okay, so to give you an example, like when we order any furniture, we are like building like let's say a table. So it will have a dimension and then we'll have some measurements. So similarly in the data also, the data can be divided into two parts, dimensions and measures. So here, these ratings scores, these are measures, okay? Duration of stay is measured, and this becomes this basis. So if it is for business, it will be 1 day. It will be for vacation for 2 days, like that. If the rating is poor, it is one. If it is excellent, then it is five. So this is how dimension and measure works. Now today, what we are going to do is, I have already created a sheet that I will not share with you, but I will show it to you so that you can know what I'm expecting from you to do. You have to do it, okay? And obviously I'll guide you on that. So this is how what we have to build. So this sheet is already there. We will build some pivot tables. Okay. So I have created a dashboard. So we are going to create all these charts. But to create all these charts, okay, first we have to create pivot tables. Okay. So today we are going to start with creating the pivot tables. Okay. And I'll show you how you have to create all these pivot tables. So there are some 8 pivot tables that I have created. That is what we are going to go do today. Okay, and there are some instructions also. Secondly, I have shared two things with you. One is the layout for the dashboard, okay, and one is a PDF file. I'll show you the PDF first, which has the layout as well at the end. So this is the hotel customer dashboard, feedback dashboard. It is a step-by-step guide, okay. So I hope my PDF is visible to you, right?
Yes,
Yes. So I've created a document so that which you can refer to, because this is a very important subject that we are studying, dashboard. So this data, first step is understanding the data. So this is a data structure, the column name, the data type, and the description. So we have like there are data which is textual data. There are some columns which are date column, which are number, text, like that. So whenever we work with data, we always have to categorize the data into different data types. And there is a description also. What does it mean? Then service categories rated. Okay, so then we have some ratings, some columns which give the rating, like staff attitude, check-in process, room service, room cleanliness, food quality, like that. Then we have layout structure. So today we are going to start from here. Before we build a dashboard, okay, the data is a hotel data. So we are building this dashboard for a hotelier, and we are trying to make him understand what his business looks like. So before we do that, we will design a layout. Okay, so I've already designed, but I'll show you how to design it. Then color scheme and all these things can come later, but let us understand what all it should have. So every dashboard starts with a header or a title, you can say. So dashboard title and data period info we have to give, like for what period you are doing the analysis or what period you are showcasing the stuff. So that will be the header. Below the header, we should have the KPIs, the key performance indicators, because every uh, top level management, CEO, CFO would like to know the numbers in precise, the sales, the profit, the turnover, the GP ratio, NP ratio, expenses, all these things. Okay. So total guest here in this particular case, it is hotel industry. So total guest, average experience, the net promoter score, and then average stay. We can have some revenue also, because in this data we do not have that rent, room rent and all. Otherwise we could have find out the total revenue also generated and all these things. Then we have the filter bar, which will have slices for year, gender, purpose, channel, like how they are coming to know about us, all these things. So depending on what data you have, you will create all this. And then there will be different charts. Okay, we don't have to look at the position right now. We are just looking at the content right now. Okay, this the third column. So in the chart we have experience, purpose, and genders. Okay, then we have discovery channel, NPS categories, and then we have service ratings, NPS distribution, the performance score basically. And then we have a yearly trend or a summary table. I'll talk about the color scheme little later. So these are some things which we should use, like dark blue, medium blue, light blue, orange, red, green. These are different color patterns that is being used, okay, to create the dashboard. Setup and organization. Okay, so create the folder following sheets in your Excel in order, in this order. So we already had two sheets, data and reference, right? Now we have to create three more sheets. One is a pivot tables, another one is a chart data, and third one is a dashboard. So this is like a Bible you are seeing. So you can follow this in any dashboard that you create, and we'll be creating a lot of dashboard. This is just the starting. We're starting with a very simple use case. Then I'll be giving you some more tasks also. Okay. So once this is done, what we will do is uh we will uh yeah, create
Uh,
these charts.
yeah, Alok, I have a doubt.
Yeah, yeah, please.
Yeah, this is like, is this the standard as kind of an SOP that we have to follow as such and remember these? How is it like? I'm not able to get into that.
Okay. So see, uh, basically this is a SOP for creating a dashboard, but you don't have to remember it. This is what I have created this document so that we
Okay.
understand what is the procedure. Okay. Now,
Okay.
this is the step-by-step process. So first you have to create a pivot table. Okay. Now why we need to
Okay.
create pivot table? Because we need to summarize the data. Okay. Because we
Okay.
want to showcase some important factors from the data. So we will use pivot table as a measure to showcase those things. Then we want to
Okay.
present it in the visual format. So we will create charts. Okay. So this is a
Hmm.
step-by-step process. Okay. So
Okay. So we
this
need to remember only the steps per
yeah, you
se.
need to remember only the steps. And what I've
Okay.
done is, because this I have understood from taking the classes, that
Mm.
what I teach in day one till day three, day five, day seven, it is all gone.
Okay.
So I thought I should change the pattern. I should do something more to make it, to make you remember what I do in the class. So for that, what I've done is I've created this document, okay, so that
Okay.
no one can say, "Sir, ये तो class में नहीं हुआ था."
So
Okay.
thoughtful.
Yeah, so I was thinking I got some time over a few days. Now I'm at home, so I was thinking how I can tackle this issue. Okay, and then I came up with this idea that I will create a document and I'll document everything so that it stays with you. The purpose is, all the jokes apart. Okay, purpose is
Mm.
that you understand what we are doing and how we
Mm.
are doing. Okay. And even if you want to refer to this after 6 months or a year or 2 years also, this will
Mm.
never get outdated. Okay. So
Right.
I remember I shared one video link in our group. Okay. And Anna
Mm.
was saying, isn't it too old to for us to revise or to for
Yes,
us
yes,
to
yes.
see? Yes. So and I could feel how Gen Z thinks. Okay, ये तो बहुत पुराना आपने माल दे दिया है, कुछ नया लाओ, ठीक, कुछ लेटेस्ट होना चाहिए.
Exactly.
या सो एक्सेल में जो थिंग्स है ना, बेसिक नेवर चेंजेस. ओके, whether it is accounts or taxation or anything, your foundation fundamentals are always the same. ठीक है, तो उसमें कुछ बदलता नहीं है. तो दीज आर सम थिंग्स दैट आर फंडामेंटल्स, उसमें कभी कुछ चेंज नहीं होता है. वंस यू अंडरस्टैंड द फंडामेंटल, देन द न्यू थिंग्स आर easier टू अंडरस्टैंड. सो आई had created this document. Okay, it took a lot of time to create all these step by step process. Okay, and but this will help you in understanding what we are doing. I put all the formulas, everything inside this, so that whenever you want to refer to it, you can refer. But that doesn't mean that you have to actually go through this. It is just a reference, sir. Azhar, sir, you want to say something?
Sir, I am unable to access this document. No, sir, in chat it was there. No?
Sir, okay. So if you go to our group, I have pinned a link. Okay. If you go to that
Okay, sir.
link, you will see a folder, okay, which has a dashboard 5 days plan. In that, you will be able to see this. Okay. If you are
Okay,
not
sir.
able, and in the Zoom chat also, if you see the Zoom chat, I hope you have logged in through your laptop, right?
Now laptop, sir.
So in the
Then,
laptop,
hmm.
I have shared these image and the PDF also. Can you see this in the Zoom chat?
No, sir. Which, where?
I'm sharing it again. Okay. So now you will be able to see it shortly. Okay. And you can download
Okay,
it
sir.
from there. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Okay. I've shared both the documents again. You can download it from there. Okay. So, and this is for a reference. Okay. No one has to buy heart anything. This is for your understanding. Okay. Chalo. Now let us go and do things practically. Okay. So, see, what I want you to build is something like this. I'll show you the HTML part also. It'll look good. So just a minute. Put it in the download only. Can you see my
Yes,
page now? Okay. So how does this look like? You tell me first.
Good.
creative.
Creative, right? Very colorful, very much insightful, right? I have not put any numbers, any values, but this is the structure of what we are trying to build. Okay. So here is the title, Hotel Customer Feedback Dashboard. This will have the date, period, total responses, last updated. So this is how a dashboard looks like basically. These are the KPIs. The next section is the KPI where we'll have four different boxes or squares or rectangle, you can say, that will have the total guest, average experience rating, net promoter score, and average duration stay. We will calculate all these numbers, okay? So these are the labels for the values. And here, where you see these uh, dashed boxes, these will have the values inside that. Then we will put four filters for anyone who is looking at the dashboard to play with the dashboard. Okay, and the filter will have year, gender, purpose, and discovery channel. Okay, how they discovered us. So based on whatever they are selecting in this filter, everything will change in the dashboard. Then we will have some charts. So one, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So 9 charts I have created, okay, in this layout. And the first one will be overall experience distribution. Okay. So what was the overall rating? And then the purpose of visit, whether it was for business, vacation, function, or other. And then the gender distribution. So whenever we are looking at some distribution, or whenever we are looking for a segregation, or you can say a portion of something, we always use a pie chart or a donut chart. So I've already mentioned what chart we are going to use where. Okay. When we are showing the experience, or when we are comparing two variables together, then we have to use a column chart or a bar chart. So how does this guest discovered us marketing channels? So here we will have a long horizontal bar chart. Okay, so this is how we have to divide the space actually in the dashboard. Okay, and then the NPS categories like promoters, passives, dictators. These are different categories. I'll show you, and then again, we have a bar chart or a radar chart where we can show the service ratings amongst various things. NPS distributions, that is again line chart, and year guess trend. Okay, so that will be a combo chart along with the line and the bars. Okay, and then there will be some key insight summary. This will be just a text box where will you write something. Okay, and these are the different color references, section references. Okay, so this is what we are going to build in Excel. Okay. Now, for now, we will not focus on the color and all for today. Today, we are going to gather all the information that is required to put it in this format. Okay, and I'll show you the things that I've created, and we will do it together now. So,
So how to create this layout blueprint?
sorry. How to
Like
create
how?
this layout?
Yeah, yeah.
This is created. This I created in HTML. Okay, by giving some this thing using AI I had created. Okay,
Got
but
it.
we can create the same in PowerPoint also. So if you open a PowerPoint, okay,
Yeah, yeah.
there you can you have to apply your creative side. Actually, you have to activate that side of the brain which is creative, and then you have to put like shapes like this. Okay, and you have to think first, you have to think like an artist, and then you have to create your artwork. Okay, like that. So, and this is just you can plan the layout in this manner. Okay, what I'm doing. So, but now AI is there. So when AI is there, then we don't have to do anything manually. Okay, AI can do everything for us. Even it can create the dashboard in Excel. But that is not the point. Point is, we should know how to do the thing so that if we don't want to do it ourselves, at least we can get it done. Okay. And AI can definitely make mistakes. So we don't want to use AI everywhere. But yes, wherever we can use, we should use. Okay. That also I will cover. Okay. Or I'll show you because I think everyone will be interested in that part also. So I will cover up, but I will cover it in the end. So hold on till the end of this session. I will cover 15 minutes. I'll show you how I designed everything. Okay.
That's really
So,
nice.
yeah, right. So we will now work on the pivot tables. Okay. So that is everything is there. Now, since the data is there, okay, the data is there. So in this data, you do not have this year and the month column, right? In your sheet, do you have the year and month column separately?
No.
No. And we do not have the NPS category also, right?
Yes, we don't have.
We don't have. So these new columns are there. Okay. Now, how to create those columns, I'll show to you. Okay. But before we do that, let us create the pivot tables. Okay. So here is the matrices, okay, for the NPS promoter, all these things. Okay. So there are three categories we have given. Okay. Let me show you the dashboard first. So this is how we are going to create. Okay. This is not a end complete dashboard. This is just a charts that I've created. Okay. So this is the heading. This is the date actually, data period, and the total responses. So total guest, average experience out of 5, 3.6, then average NPS score, and average duration stay. How we will calculate this, I will show it to you. And these are various charts. But all these, what you see here, is coming from this sheet. Okay. So here we are going to create various pivot tables. Okay. And these pivot will have all these values. Okay. That I will show you how you have to do. So first thing that we should understand is how once we look when we look at the data. Yesterday what we were doing is when we looked at the data, we were trying to make inference, और हम ये समझने की कोशिश कर रहे थे कि हम इससे क्या बना सकते हैं, है ना, what all we should have. So here we divided into two categories: dimensions and measures. Once we have done this, the next process, the next step is to design the layout or to design the dashboard that I've already done for you. Okay. See, for now, you have to actually copy what I'm doing. Once you understand, once we create two dashboard at least, third dashboard, you will be able to automatically design everything. You will be able to actually understand how things work. But अभी से हम पांचवी सीढ़ी पे नहीं जा सकते हैं. We are on the second step, so we should go step by step. I hope everyone is okay with that, fine with that, right? Makes sense.
Yes.
Yes. Actually, it was for you only. Okay, everyone is like understanding, but for you, I am telling you all this. Okay, so don't try to jump. Okay, try to be together. Understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. चलो ठीक है. So we will create this First, I will show you how to get these numbers, these four numbers: total guest, total experience rating, net promoter score, and average duration stay. Because see, in this data, this I downloaded from internet only, right? This data is a dummy data, but here we do not have a room rent. Okay, there is no in this data we do not have any room rent. Okay, so I cannot find out the commercials. I cannot find out the number because the purpose of this dashboard is not to find out the business that we are doing or the profit or loss we are making, but the purpose is to get a feedback from the customers. Okay, so this is the feedback collection form. तो जैसे गूगल फॉर्म होता है वहां से डेटा आया, अब इस डेटा को प्रेजेंट करना है हमारे को। ठीक है, वी विल बी डूइंग मल्टीपल वेराइटीज ऑफ डैशबोर्ड, जहाँ पे फाइनेंस भी होगा, सेल्स भी होगा, फाइनेंस और भी डैशबोर्ड होंगे, बट ये स्टार्ट करने के लिए मैंने ये सेलेक्ट करा है। ठीक है, सो इसका बेस्ट हम क्या यूज कर सकते हैं, दैट इज व्हाट आई हैव डिराइव्ड नाउ। सो वी हैव दिस कॉलम्स A to S इन आर डेटा, दिस इज द डेटा दैट यू हैव, राइट। उसके बाद व्हाट आई हैव डन इज I have added these three columns. Okay, now how these columns are added, it is already there in the PDF. Okay, but we will not go through that PDF. That you can do as a homework. Okay, whenever you have time, do invest time, because I have invested time in creating this. So I want you to invest time in going through this. Okay, but we will not go through in the live class. That is a homework that you need to do. But I'll show you where you will find what. So in page number 6, you will get creating helper columns. Okay, so as Preeti, you are asking, do you have to remember? We have to understand why these are needed.
Okay.
So, see, we have the date, check-in date, check-out date, right? And the check-in and check-out is 1 to 4 days only. So I want to understand, and since the data is of for different years, okay, so it is for 22, 21, 2020, 21, 22, right? 3 years. So I want to understand which year, how many guests, like that. So that's why I wanted to have the year separately from the date. Similarly, I want to find out which month, how many guests. So I wanted to have the month column separately. Okay. So I have created these two columns. Now, how do we create these columns? So these are very simple. Okay. And I've covered this earlier also. Okay. So can anyone tell me how do we create these two columns? So we have to take the year out of the date. How do we do that? What formula to be used?
Year function.
Year only. Correct. So here I have put the formula is equal to year, check-in date, and the date. So simple. So you'll go to this column T. I will do it with you. So we'll go to this and we'll type year. Everyone can do it along with me. And you'll type is equal to year. And we will select the date, the first date from the check-in date. Okay. And close the bracket. So you get this at the rate. I hope you understood, okay, why we are getting at the rate, because this is a table, right? And we press enter. As we press enter, we'll get all the years. I will repeat. So if I type it outside the table, what will happen? So if I type year over here, okay, and the same thing I do, I select the first row ka check-in date. Here also, okay, I am getting the table name and the reference as from the table only. And when I press, I'm getting the answer 2022, but the result is coming only in this cell. When I pressed enter here, it gave me the result in all the cells. So you understood the reference. Yes,
Yes, I guess because it is a table, right? And if you are inputting in the table, it will automatically populate.
exactly, exactly. Similarly, if I go to another sheet and if I select the
Sir,
here,
please repeat once again, please.
yes, sir, I'm repeating. Yes, sir, I'm doing. Sir, what I did is I was saying that we want to create a year column. Okay, sir. Last in the T
Yes, sir.
column, I want to create a year column. So what I did is I type year over here.
Okay.
तो एक चीज आपने नोट की होगी, जैसे ही मैंने ईयर टाइप करके एंटर प्रेस करा, इट चेंज द कलर ब्लू कलर आ गया ऊपर और नीचे रोज भी बैंडेड रोज हो गई, राइट। बट सपोज आई आई लीव अ कॉलम गैप और मैं यहाँ ईयर लिख के एंटर मारता हूँ, यहाँ ऐसा नहीं
That
हुआ, है ना
no,
सर।
no. Hmm.
If I type month over here and I press
Table.
enter,
Hmm.
you will see it is becoming part of the table.
Table only. Okay.
Here it will not happen because this is a gap. There is a gap over here.
Okay.
तो जब भी हम टेबल बनाते हैं तो कोई भी कॉलम ऐड करेंगे, इट विल ऑटोमेटिकली बिकम द
Okay.
पार्ट ऑफ द टेबल। इफ वी ऐड एंटर एनी रो, लेट्स से देयर इज वन मोर बुकिंग आई हैव गॉट, ओके, 1949, एंड आई प्रेस एंटर, सी दिस इज बिकमिंग पार्ट ऑफ द टेबल। कैन यू सी?
Hmm.
आई एडेड अ वन
मैं भी
रो
सोच
डेटा
रहा था
सेट।
स्पीकर लाने का।
See, I added two rows over here and it automatically color coded, and the formula is also added over here. Formula is also added. I did not copy paste any formula, right? But we are getting this. This is the feature of table. This is what happens when we have data in table, correct? Chaliye. So now what I did is I typed year and if I if I select this cell, if I don't select and I type E2, it will select E2 and I press enter, it will automatically give the result for all the other cells. Similarly, if I type month and I select E2 again, it will give me the month for all the dates. So is it clear to everyone? Is it clear to all?
Yes.
Today Pari has not joined, right? Neha has not joined. Okay. So everyone getting it? Rajani, Dikshant, all, can you just put a thumbs up or a yes in the chat box? Okay, so that we can move ahead. चलो, तो ये दो कॉलम हमने ऐड कर लिए, मंथ और ईयर का, करेक्ट। सो नेक्स्ट कॉलम दैट वी वांट टू क्रिएट इज द प्रमोटर स्कोर। द नेक्स्ट कॉलम वी वांट टू क्रिएट इज द एनपीएस कैटेगरी, सॉरी, एनपीएस कैटेगरी। So there is a note for that also. See, so I'm going back to my, yeah, I had created a age group column also. Okay. Anyways, so we can have different age bracket also here. Okay. And we can group the age in different categories. We don't have to create a column, but we can do it in the pivot. I'll show you how. Okay. And we from the date of birth, we can find out the age. Okay. So do we have a age column in the data? Tell me. We have a date of birth, right? But we do not have a age column. Yes or no?
We don't have, yeah.
Yeah. So let me do one thing. Let me first change the file name and make it day2 so that we do all the changes in this file only. I'll just make a duplicate copy of this. Yeah. So tell me, how do I find out the age from the date of birth? Again, a simple task. Age I want in years. How do I find out the age from the date of birth? How
So
do I
we
find? Huh?
so basically you'll have to apply a function called, like, I guess there's a function, right? To today, and you have to supply it from the DOB.
Correct. Absolutely. So everyone, there is a function called as today. Okay. There is a function called as today. And that today function gives us the date for today. Okay. So I'll just apply this today function over here. Today, open bracket, close bracket, and press enter. It is giving today's date. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes. So January 6, 2026. Now what I want to do is I want to subtract the date of birth from today's date, and I get another date, but I don't want a date, I want a year. Okay. So I will convert this into number and we get this number. Okay. So basically, what is this number 11,784? It is the difference between the two numbers which are dates. Okay. So a year has 365 days. So again, what we need to do is we need to convert this into years. This is showing the difference in the number of days. Okay. So I will divide it by 365. And now I get the age for everyone. And you can verify it is coming to be correct. So someone who is born in 2021, he will be 25 years now. Someone who was born in 2004 is 22 years. Someone who is born in 1961 is 65. So are you able to understand how we got the age using this function? I'm putting this in the chat. Okay. So this is how we get age. Then with the age, I want a age group also. Age group. I want to keep this age into a particular age group. Now, how do we do that? How do we put the age into age group? Tell me.
Nested if or ifs.
Correct. Your favorite ones. Okay. So here is the formula you have to use. It is a nested if. Okay. But there is a long function that you have to use. If age is less than 25, then you put it in the group of 18 to 24. We're starting from 18 and we're going to 65. Okay. If the age is less than 35, then put it 25 to 34. If it is more less than 20, 45, 34 to 44, less than 55, 45 to 55. If the age is less than 65, then 60, 55 to 64. It is age which is not coming in any of these series, then put it at 65 plus, like that. So what we all can do is we can simply copy this and put it in the Excel just to save time and see if it is working. So here it is not identify what is age. Okay, because in the age column, I had put years along with age. I will remove this year and I'll put the formula again and it will give me the answer now. Okay, let me select this age column first. One age I should select. Okay, so this is how we have to put double bracket. So this is how to work with table actually. Okay, so everyone do this. You put this formula from the PDF into the Excel. Okay, and what we need to do is after this at the rate, we have to put one more bracket. Okay, so we have to start with the open bracket, put at the rate, and then we have to close that at the rate, that one bracket. Okay, that is how it will identify all the age. And we will get the groups created. Okay. So I'm just adding these brackets. So this age, you put it in square bracket before the age. जहां जहां पे भी age लिखा है उसके स्टार्टिंग में और एंड में आप एक एक ब्रैकेट और लगा दो स्क्वायर वाला एंड Okay, sorry, my mistake. I had put a space also in this age. That is why it is troubling me. No worries. Let me make that change also. So if you also do these silly mistakes, you will be troubled. Don't do that. Now it should work properly. Now in this first case, I have to remove that space from here. Ah, and I have to remove that. So, okay. So everyone, I hope are you able to create this column age group? I'm putting this formula in the chat. You can directly use it.
So, but here in age 25, it is showing age group as 18 to 24 in between that. That is wrong, right?
Where?
In to specify in cell E8.
E8. E8. Okay, 25.
But yeah, the age group is 18 to 24. That's wrong, right?
Yeah, that's wrong. Okay. So in that case, why it is showing so? Because
It should be less than equal to something like that, I guess.
if it is less than 25. Okay, no. So we are taking 25 in the age group of 25 plus. So if the person is okay, so we can say we can make changes over here. We can just make it 25. 18 to 25. Okay. And here we can make it 26 to 35. Then 36 to 45 like that.
So,
Okay.
but if it is exactly equals to 25, right now the function says that less than 25 is 18 to 25, and less
Huh.
than 35 is 26 to 35. So, if it
Hmm.
is exactly is equals to 25, it will show as 26, right? Then, as per the function.
Yes, correct. So then we have to add a equals to sign then.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So, it
so
will
just
be less
add a
than,
equals to sign before this, so
yeah.
then it will
Less
work
than,
properly.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Go ahead, yes.
Yes. So we can add a equals to sign before this and it shall give us the result. I think we have to put this into bracket also. I'm just trying without the brackets, the inverted commas. Okay, so dashboard is just not about creating the visuals and all. Okay, you have to actually get the data also right first. Okay, then only it will work. So a lot of formulas, a lot of advanced things one should know before venturing into dashboards. This is a real test of your Excel actually.
True.
Excel skills. Yes. That is why it is always covered in the end. But we have come so far wherein we know that what all is needed. Okay. Now what is the problem? Yeah. Now it is giving us the right result.
Yes. I think so, yes.
No, this 25 is coming in 18 to 24.
अच्छा, अभी भी okay.
It should go have gone to 80, 25 to 34, right?
Yes.
Because see, we have to make this change again. Because
Yeah.
we are saying we
Yes.
have to make it 25 only. Then only it will work.
And so also like in the second criteria you have mentioned less than 35. So it should be 25 to 30, 26 to 35.
26 to 35.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
correct. And then 36 to 45.
45. and
Yeah.
then 40 and so on. 55.
46 and 45. Yeah.
55.
55. Right. I'll share this in the chat so that you can do the corrections. Okay. Now I think we are getting the right answers.
Yes.
Okay. I'll share this formula in the chat. Okay. Now those who don't know if, okay, I have a lot of videos on my YouTube on if. You can you watch them. Okay, but I'll just explain what is this. So we are whenever we have to do multiple conditions. Okay, this is something like a slab rate in income tax. So we are testing कि age क्या है, उसके accordingly we are deciding the group. Okay, so we can have this in the reference, one more table like this, age and the age group. Okay, you can create the column like age and age group. So we can have 18 to 25, then 25 to 26 to 34, then 35 to 44, 45 to 54, 55 to 64, and then 65 plus, like that. Okay, so if the person is age, accordingly we'll put this in this group. Okay.
So, but if his age is exactly 65, it won't match, right?
So 65 or 60, 65 or more than
Ah,
65, like that. So we cannot, we have to use like this. Okay. Okay. So we have created this age group, and then accordingly we can use the if condition over here. Okay. Now, so now we can do a lot of things with this. Okay. So since
I think what you mentioned in the formulas and what you have mentioned over here is different. If you see 64, it is going into 60.
okay, 64 is going into 65, 56 to 65.
65 is going into 56, 65. It's not going into 65 plus. 65 is equal to second row.
Okay, understood. ठीक है. Actually, thus I wanted to give a reference only. So we can make it 65, and then here we can do 65 plus, like that. So that you can do, that you can do the changes accordingly. Okay, whatever we want to categorize it as. So here I have used these brackets 18 to 25. So here also we will do the same thing in the reference also. So we can put 18 to 25. Then I put
26 to 35.
26 to 35. Yeah. So
Yeah.
accordingly we will do here also 25 to 35. Okay.
45, 55, yes.
Yeah. So these small changes can be done. Okay. 46 to 55. And then 56 to 65 and 65 plus. Okay.
Yes.
So now, once we have done this, then what we need to do next is we have to create the promoter score. Okay, one more column. So I'll show you how to create that column also. But before we create that column, there are other columns which you need. Okay. So NPS category column. Okay, NPS category. So there are different columns which we can which can enhance the dashboard experience. Okay. So I'll show you this column also. So it is saying if you likely to recommend us to a friend or colleague, that means your uh, score there is 9. Okay, so there was a column which is stating this, right? Like this, are you likely to recommend us to a friend? If the score is more than 9 over here or is equal to 9, then we are saying okay, he is a promoter, he is acting as a promoter, he'll promote our hotel. If the score is 7 or more than 7, it is passive, and then he is a detractor. So he will not promote if the score is less than 7. So again, that same function can be used over here, if function. Okay, and we can put this in directly in the sheet. Okay, so we can copy this and we got this NPS category. Clear? So it was very simple. So no no changes over here because the column name, everything is here. Just copy paste, you'll get this column,
Yes.
right? Okay. So once this is done, we have all the columns that that were required.
So
Age,
it is more
area.
than 9, then it is promoter. Here, 8 also it is going into promoter.
8 also is going to promoter. Okay. Just a minute, sir. Let me check. It is greater than is equal to 9. It is greater than is equal to 7. It should come into passive. No, sir. You are looking at the wrong column actually. Month, you're looking at the month, I guess. Here it is 9 only.
Sorry, my
See here, in this 8, it is coming as passive. What we can do is we can move this column near to this column. Overall rating. That will be easier. Now, how to move the column in Excel? So you can just hold it from this arm and shift it. So first we need to create a space. We will add a column, a blank column. Then we will move this column. So we will hold this column and we will shift this column from here to here. Sorry, let me do it again. So I will hold this column from here, top, and we'll move it here. We don't require additional column also. Clear, sir? Okay. So shall we start? Like, shall we continue? So I bought this promoter column near this. Okay. Now this is not as
Sir,
per
how
the
to identify all these columns needed? Creativity, experience,
with sir
then only, na?
yes, sir. That with the experience
Okay,
only
sir.
it will come. Yes, yes. So this is what I was saying. That one for now, you have to just follow what I'm doing. Okay. You have to just rely on my knowledge, my experience, my what you can say expertise. Once you understand how we are doing
How?
these columns,
Okay.
yes, then from next onwards you will be able to apply your own mind to it. Okay, okay, this how I can do. Okay, yeah. For that, we have to actually create some 5, 7 dashboards. Then we will be able to understand ki how to identify what columns are needed. And in this dashboard also, we can add 10 more columns. Okay, but I don't want you to do that exercise. But yes, you can think when you think more on what we can showcase as how we can showcase, then things will automatically come into your brain. Okay, and that exercise we will also do. I'll give you some homework also, so that
Okay,
will
sir.
actually help you in creating the things. Okay, for
Sir,
now.
I will be leaving in 5 minutes, no, sir? 9:20.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In 5 minutes, we'll conclude, sir. We'll not stretch this
Okay, sir.
beyond 5 minutes. Yeah. Okay. So quickly, let us come back to the where we were. And now I will show you what we need to do next. Okay. Now see, in this, I will need more from your side rather than I giving you everything. I don't want to spoon feed things. Okay. And we have a limited window here. 1 hour. Actually, it should have been 1 hour 15 minutes. So 75 minutes का session हो तो थोड़ा सा easy होगा. So if all agree, from tomorrow we can start at 8:15 if you all agree because I am at home. But if you can reach out to your places and we can start the
Sir, you
session.
can start, sir, not an issue. We
That will
will watch the recording, not
No,
an
sir.
issue, sir.
Okay, okay, fine, sir, fine. Yeah, because 15 minutes may what we can do is what happens is
That's
when
what
we
I'm
start.
telling. For class, you can have it, sir, not an
Sure,
issue.
sir, sure. So basically, in 15 minutes, we are just chit-chatting and we are setting up things. So it will take 10, 15 minutes. So by that time, we will be able to we'll get 15 more minutes. Okay. I don't want to stretch it beyond 9:30 because everyone is their family time. Okay. Chalo, let us continue. So what we will do now is we will create these pivot tables. Okay. I'll just show you one and then I'll give you the idea of how to create others. And before tomorrow's session, you will keep it ready. Okay. So that we can directly do more things tomorrow. Chalo. So what we want is we want to create a pivot table for this overall experience rating by purpose of visit. Okay. This is the first table. Okay. Or let me show you here. We want to get this average experience, average NPS score. So this is just a formula that we need to put to get all these values over here, right? Average duration stay. We have to just apply the formula of average, nothing else. But to create the pivot table, I will just start with the first pivot table. Purpose of visit, how many people visited because of that purpose. If you take that total, it will be 1948 as the number of guests. Okay. And this is the average rating. Okay. So let us create this pivot table. So now what you will do is in your Excel sheet, we will add one more sheet. Okay. And we will call it as pivot tables. There are already two sheets. We'll add one more sheet called as pivot tables. And in this sheet, you will go to insert and you will select the first table, pivot table, and from table and range. Okay. So what was the table name? If anyone remembers, it was feedback, right? So I just type is equal to feedback and it has picked up that table and my pivot is ready. Pivot structure is ready. So have you all reached till here?
Yes.
I have done other way today. Okay. Otherwise, what people do is you go to this sheet, input data, you select this table, you go to insert. That way also you can do, but this is a different approach I've used today. Okay. Now we want to create this pivot table. Okay, so we should have the end in mind, what we want to create. So we want to create overall experience rating by purpose of visit. So purpose I want first. The first column I want is a purpose and it should have these. So purpose of visit.
Sir,
So
how pivot created this one?
sir, what you do is you insert a new sheet, okay? And then you go to insert and pivot tables. So you'll get this box. Here
Okay.
you need to type is equal to feedback. That is the name of the table where we want to pull the data and we will click on OK. That is how the pivot is created. Since I've already created, it is not, since I've given a wrong spelling, it is not taking. So is equal to feedback. So this is how it is created. Clear, sir?
So from feedback, some column is there, okay? Okay, from that.
Feedback is the name of the table, sir.
Okay,
Yeah, this data is called feedback. See here, it is the name of the table, feedback.
got it, sir. Okay.
Okay, now everyone, those who do not have this format, basically when you insert a pivot table, you see something like this. This box is hanging in the air. We give it a proper place. So we will put it on the left hand side corner or right hand side corner, wherever you want to keep it. I prefer it on the left. And secondly, you click on this gear button and you click on the second option, field section and area section side by side. So these two changes we have to do. And it is flexible. We can increase this width also so that we can see the column headings properly. Okay, sorry. So what you need to do after this is, we need to build up this pivot. We need to have the purpose of visit. So what we'll do is purpose of visit, we'll put it in the row. Okay, and I want it to come here on this. I'll put it here. Yeah, purpose of visit. So you can see in my row, I have the purpose of visit. Okay, business function, other vacation. And I want to have the count of my guest, how many guests were there because of this purpose. So I can put the ID into values. Okay, ID into values. Okay. Or instead of ID, put the full name into values. So when you put any textual column into values, it will do the count. If you put any numerical column into values, it will do sum. So that is why I've used this. And we can change it. to number of guests. And here we can say purpose of visit. So how many people visited for what purpose? And then we want the rating also. What rating they have given. Okay. So the rating, overall rating we want. So rate your overall experience. This we will put in the values.
So why are
And
you adding it into values and not in columns?
good question. Because I want to have some measure. See, column mein, when we add something in column, when we want a matrix to be created, we want okay, let me show you if what will happen if I
No.
put it in column.
Uh,
See,
Acha, okay. So basically, rows is the y-axis and columns is the x-axis.
correct,
And
correct.
and if you want to put the values, you have to just like select in the values.
Yes, yes.
Got it, got it.
So whenever you want to measure anything, we want to count, we wanted to count how many people are coming for business. So I have to put this in values only. Now let's say I want to understand like what was their age group who came. What is the bifurcation of 828 based on age group? Then age group I can put it in column. So it will
Hmm,
give me further analysis of this table.
got it. And instead of full name, if we place the gender field in the values, will it give the count as well?
Yes, yes. So if you put the gender also, so let me put gender into values. It'll give me the same numbers.
So basically, any like any string or text.
Exactly. Any text will give you count,
Yeah,
any
yeah,
number will give you sum.
yeah. I got it, got it.
Okay. So now last thing and then we'll close. So I will want the rating also. So rate overall experience. This I am putting in the values, but I'm getting the sum. Okay, now very important aspect over here we are covering. Instead of sum, I want average. So I will right click on this, right click on this. I'll go to value field settings and from the sum, I will just convert into average and I'll click on OK. And this I don't want in decimals. I will put a comma so that I can get 2 digits. And this is the average rating. I just can call it as average ratings out of 5. Or you can just type 5 over here. So you can reduce the size. So is it clear, everyone? This is the first pivot table that we have created from the data. And
Got it.
this 3.6 is where what we were getting into our KPI. This we'll put here. Average experience rating 3.6 will put here. Number of guests 1948 will put over here like that. Correct?
So like
Understood?
filter thing in the pivot table is same as the filter thing in the table, right?
No,
Or
no. It is different. It is different.
okay, okay,
That is reserved for tomorrow.
okay, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so now before we end this session, one homework that you need to note down is I will put the headers, what all pivot I need from you, and you will try to create the pivot. Okay, so one I have with this I have shown you this pivot I have shown you. You have to create this gender distribution pivot, how guests discovered us. Okay, this and this is all similar जैसा हमने बनाया है अभी वैसा ही duration of stay. So days you'll put into rows, then you will get the count. Okay, then you can get the average NPS and all these. So when we want multiple columns, you can put multiple things into values. We'll get all these. So I'll just show you this part. Let's say I want to get how likely you are going to recommend us. So I put this into values, I get one more column. Okay. And then again, I want to convert this into average. I can just convert this into average like this. Okay. Yes. So this is how we can get multiple values in a column. Okay. By adding to the value section of this. Okay. So this is what you have to do. And I will show I'll put this into the group so that everyone can follow, right? But again, a important aspect, if you do not practice, if you do not complete your homework before coming to the class, then you might feel lost tomorrow. Okay. And then I may not be responsible for it because, see, once you have taken that initiative of joining this course, then you have to take that initiative of putting in efforts also. It has to be mutual effort. I putting in effort, you not putting in effort will not make any sense. It has to be mutually. दोनों जगह से होना चाहिए, ठीक है? And I understand everyone is working professional, but we have to at least devote an hour or half an hour for this cause, and that will actually help you in under like mastering this subject. Okay. So with this, we will end up. I had
Sir, one
taken.
question.
हाँ sir, please, Dishant.
Yes, sir. Sir, whether we can prepare any uh, dashboard in Excel using the so that live data हम उस पे डाल के we can prepare dashboard in Excel.
हाँ हाँ, लाइव डेटा मतलब क्या? What do you mean by live data?
Let's say, for example, if I'm inserting figure 100 rupees,
हम्म.
then figures charts automatically changes.
यस
If
यस
I'm
यस,
inserting one
होगा
thousand
ना,
rupees,
होगा
then
होगा,
figure
देखो देखो, अभी
होगा.
देखो, अभी देखिए. Just 2 minutes to answer this question. Those who want to leave, they can leave now. I'm not doing anything new, but I'm just
And
answering some
also, sir,
questions.
you put on WhatsApp status 2 hours back that dashboard, HR dashboard, sales dashboard.
We are going to cover all this. Yes, yes, we are
Okay,
going to
okay,
cover.
sir. Okay.
ठीक है. What I did is I have added some more rows to the data. मैंने क्या करा? ये इसी को
Sir,
कॉपी
your screen
करके.
is not visible.
Sorry. Let me show you. So what I did to answer your query, I have added some more rows on my data. Okay, and my Excel got closed. So what I mean to say is that कि जब भी आप आपका ये जो डैशबोर्ड हम
Yes,
बना रहे हैं
this
ना,
yes, the customer feedback dashboard.
that will be live only. That
Okay,
will work on the live data. जैसे मैंने ये कुछ रोज ऐड कर दिए यहाँ पर, ठीक है? So
okay.
my pivot table will change. All my answers will change. I'll show it to you. ये जो pivot table का numbers है ना, वो automatically change हो जाएगा यहाँ पर.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
have
sir.
to just refresh this, nothing else.
Oh, so means we have to refresh the data in pivot table. Automatically, things will change in the dashboard.
Correct.
Right. Okay. Got it, sir. Got it.
Automatically it will change, ठीक है?
Automatically, things will change in the dashboard which we are showing in a PDF.
Correct.
Okay.
जो हमने देखा, जो हमारा डैशबोर्ड बन रहा है, वो सब चेंज होगा ऑटोमेटिकली, है ना? दैट आई शो
Automatically.
टुमारो आल्सो. यस.
So this pivot table will be used for making the dashboard.
यस,
And
दिस विल बिकम द बेस फॉर द डैशबोर्ड. ये बेस
okay.
होगा, इससे हम चार्ट्स बनाएंगे. फिर वो जो
Charts.
चार्ट्स होगा, ये जो नंबर्स आएंगे, ये सब हम डैशबोर्ड में रखेंगे. सो एक और शीट बनना बाकी है अभी डैशबोर्ड वाला,
o-
वो हम कल
Okay.
करेंगे. यस.
And so
Okay.
here in the rows and columns, we can only add one criteria, right? Like we cannot add two things in rows or
We
two
can add,
criteria.
we can add. Whatever
For
you
that,
add, it will automatically take its shape. Just suppose you have added age group and then you have added the category, okay,
yeah.
or the purpose of visit, then it will show
Okay.
you multiple layers of data.
Yeah, so basically, like, in that case, we'll be able to see, like, for example, different categories in the different age groups, something like that.
Correct. Yeah. So depending on what we want to show and how we want to show, that is how we can decide the design of the dashboard.
Got it. Yes.
Okay. So then I will not extend much. Whatever your queries are, you can put in the group also. And tomorrow when we connect, we can do. Tomorrow we'll try to join at 8:15. Okay. So we can finish by 9:30, maximum 9:35, not 9:45. Okay. So good night to all, and